Oh shit, we ready to ride.
Man, we live?
Charlamagne, we live?
Oh, we live?
Oh, we live? Alright, so I ain't gonna cuss on the air.
I'll be the one to take the risk to go and get them bands.
Okay.
The one to never sit
Yeah.
and make the plan. No,
my dog July.
Keep a couple for the road, the rest get left behind.
Hit me up.
Yo, okay, I'm gonna pick him up like he fell on the pick and roll. Like I go, don't you know, I'm gonna hit the 21, Tim Duncan, and the double, Tim Duncan.
Oh, man. Yo, what's the deal, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I'm Duke.
I'm Omar.
I'm Jalan, and this is nice and neat. And, man, you know what? The whole time I'm sitting here and I'm thinking. This episode is, it directly pertains to me. It directly pertains to me.
Sure does.
Right? My brothers, they got their queens,
Hello.
you know, and me, I'm just kind of in between things. You know, if you guys don't know by now, we're talking about dating, casually dating.
We saw a lot of feedback from one of our last episodes that's talking about, hey, Jalan.
You know,
Hey, Jalan.
hey, Lon.
Hey,
you know.
boo. Hey, boo.
Yes. yes. No, so we're going to be talking about casually dating. We're going to be talking about a lot when it comes to casually dating. Some people may look at it as a negative. Some people may look at it as a positive as far as just like getting to know themselves, getting to know what they like, you know, things like that. I thought it was really interesting that we decided to go ahead and take on this topic because not only are you two in relationships, obviously you had a date at some point in time.
Obviously.
Right?
Yeah.
So do you feel like within y'all relationships, was ever a casual thing or it was like all intentional?
Oh, well, my man's gazing. He look like he pondering right now, so I'm gonna let him.
I hit y'all straight out the gate.
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna let
Straight
him
out the
go
gate.
ahead. I'm gonna let him go ahead, go off and get his thoughts together. But
Yeah.
just a disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Yo,
Big
I am not a relationship coach, nor am I offering relationship advice. Simply sharing my relationship experience.
Like
Hello.
my online mentor, Tony Robbins, says, I'm not your guru.
Yeah.
I'm not your guru, man. I'm not your guru, okay? But for me, right, casually dating is extremely important. As you alluded to, you know, we had to casually date to get to the point that we're at right now. And again, for me, casually dating is like very comparable to like exercises or homework, if you will, right, for a course or a class that you would take over a semester, right? And at the end of the semester, you have an exam, right? So let's just say the exam is like the final relationship or one of the main relationships, right? You know, you want to take as many exercises or participate as many exercises as you possibly can so you can be fully prepared for the exam. For me.
I'm picking it up. I'm picking that up.
You catching it?
I'm catching it.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep going.
Hey, for me, that's where it stands. Like, not only do you learn right about other people by casually dating or doing the exercise, you also learn a lot about yourself, right? What mistakes you made, what things you like, what things you don't like, and how you could be better moving forward, right? So for me, casually dating is a good thing. I don't want to shine a dark light on it, you know. I also want to make sure that we're conveying the right message. When you say you're casually dating, you mean you have options, essentially.
Correct.
Right?
Casually.
You casually dating, you have options, right?
Right.
I've always believed in having options. Now, we know, all of us here know plenty of people, right, who see something that they may like and decide to stick with that thing forever. I've never been that person. I've never been that person. I've always like to see what's available and weigh out my options, right?
What fit? Let's see what fits.
Let's see what fits.
It's not even about what's
Right.
better.
It's not even about what's better.
It's just-
And you'll make your decision based off of that.
And like weighing out my options, I don't want that line to make me come off as like some womanizer. Like I'm just like running through
Right.
a array of women
right.
to find what I
Yeah.
want, right? But I would say that just because I like something right now may not mean I like something tomorrow. And I pay very close attention to the things that I don't like. And you only pick those things up through experience and through dating multiple people,
Yeah.
Like if all of us just decided to say, hey, that's the girl I like and never tried anything else, you and I in particular, Duke, may not be in the seats that we're in right now.
Right.
Sometimes like when you pick something that you like initially, like in a sense, you're almost settling,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
You think it's what's right for you.
you think it's what's right,
Yeah.
but you don't know.
Right.
You don't know. And I've learned through my personal experience when I am, I guess, exclusive with a woman, it's very clear,
Yeah.
right? But when I'm in the space of where I'm dating, and I'm sure
It's very clear.
and I'm sure we're gonna
It's
get
very
into
clear as well.
get into that a little
Right.
later, but it's very clear.
Yeah.
It's very clear.
Black and white.
Yeah.
Man, okay. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer, okay? Disclaimer. Now, I'm not telling y'all or saying go be on demon time. I'm not saying go be on demon time.
No hot girl summer. You're
I'm
not
saying
that.
go have a hot boy, city boy, hot girl. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying go be a savage and go crazy. I'm not saying that. No, sir. Disclaimer. All right? But, like my boy, I do think that there is a silver lining from within casual dating. Right? Everybody thinks casual dating has to be such a disastrous experience and such a dirty experience, but there's benefits in casual dating. And I think a lot of us can attest to that. Is we have to be willing to accept that though. Right? The problem is that some of us feel like casual dating is okay and some of us feel like it's not. Right? But what we got to do is identify or distinguish, the different levels of dating. All right? Now, the person I am today, I can attribute a lot of that to my experience dealing with women throughout my life, right? And I've gotten to learn what I like, what I don't like. I've gotten to learn how to communicate. I've got to learn how to read between the lines with women, because sometimes it's not just so simple with women, right? And a lot of times when people say, yo, that's common sense, right? People don't realize that common sense comes from dating.
Yeah.
It comes from experience. That's why they say, oh, that's common sense. You should
Right.
know that, right? But what happens is when people don't get a chance to casually date, they don't get that, right? There's nothing wrong, like you said, with just finding someone and saying that that's my person and I'm sticking with her or him, right?
That's ideal.
Right? That's ideal. But what happens with that is you never really get to experience different types of people,
So
right?
you really never know if that's your person.
So you never really know like what else can fulfill you, right? And people will say, really conservative thinkers will say, well, once you find your person, that's it,
yeah.
right? But that's just not how half of us are wired, you know?
I think half of us, realize who the person we want is through experience.
Right. No, for sure. For sure. That's how we learn.
How can you say
Right.
this is my person?
Right. That's how we learn. And then you guys are like, okay, you guys are probably thinking, for our listeners, you guys are probably thinking, okay, why are they talking about casual dating? All right. And here's why we're talking about casual dating, because there's such a negative connotation with it, right? And there's plenty of people that are confused about casual dating and running away from casual dating and not knowing how to manage casual dating, right? But if people were more accepting of casual dating and knew how to just embrace it, I think there so much benefit can come from that, right? There's plenty of men that saying having issues with women because they're not on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
But the key is, like being honest about your casual dating,
Yes.
right? And having that that conversation where it's like, okay, here's what I want to do, here's what I value, and here's what you value, right? Can we be on the same page?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that I'm not saying casual date. Everybody should just go out there and just date whoever.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Please do not get it twisted. I'm saying that if you are someone that's in the casual dating space, here's the benefit that you can find from it. And that involves learning about yourself, learning about your partner,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Experiencing.
Who the person you're dating
Yeah.
or the people you're dating.
Yeah.
Most importantly, though, I think I want to hone in on that. It's
Yeah.
like learning who you are.
Learning who you are.
Learning who. I think
Right.
that's important in dating.
Right?
You know?
Because what happens is we get older and a lot of us never had those interactions.
Yeah.
So now we don't even know how to interact, or now we can't even identify a bad woman in our lives or a bad man in our lives because we don't have nothing to go off
Don't
of.
experience it. We never
To
experienced it.
speak to what you guys are talking about, because I do want you guys
Yeah.
to actually elaborate on this. A lot of people see the negative parts of casual dating because it involves casualties.
Yeah.
Casual
Somebody
dating
get hurt.
involves casualties.
I guess that's,
you know,
yeah.
Someone will be hurt. And if someone said, I think that casual dating is negative because someone may get hurt, what would you speak to that? How would you speak to that?
Well, one thing I would say about feelings is like it's really hard for any of us to help any of them. You know what I'm saying? Like how you feel is how you feel. But where you could do an excellent job at is just being forthcoming with information. So feelings may get hurt, but at least the truth is told.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like in terms of like where
Yeah.
you were headed was
Right.
you know saying like, hey, we're dating, but I'm also seeing other people right now.
Right.
You know? And you articulate that however you want
Yeah.
to the person that you're seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I everyone's different. Everyone's going to receive information differently. So you find your way to articulate that to the individual if that's the space that you're
Yeah.
in.
So I think communication is extremely important.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, we kind of like have a sports show, right? We kind of have a sports
Kinda
show.
halfway.
You know,
Yeah.
we got halftime. You know, we got things
3 and
like
out.
that. So I'm gonna use a little bit of jargon to kind of go along the lines of what we talk about within the show. When we speak to communication, I think one thing that's really important when it comes to casual dating is renegotiating the contract.
Hello.
You know, at times you're going to have to renegotiate the contract a little bit more frequently than you would in any situation where it's pure clarity. And part of that reason is because as feelings continue to develop, you still have to control those situations. So you guys may start off as casually dating, you know, but now casually dating turns into you meeting her friends, she's meeting your friends. So now when your friends have an event, your friends expect to see this person because that's who was around last time. Or look, check this out. Or maybe they may not expect to see her, but she expects to see them.
Mm.
So now it's kind of like, hey, I see you went and hung out with those people again that you introduced me to, and we was kicking it, and we've been having a good time. And why wasn't I invited? Renegotiation of the contract. It has to be clear now. Again, once again, where you guys are at. And that right there is the intricacy within casual dating that gets tough, because the only thing that grows from casual dating is not a relationship necessarily, because your relationship is growing, but not the relationship that they anticipated as far as the end goal, but a relationship as far as I like you more now.
So it sounds to me like you're saying that casual dating, there's no way casual dating can be just black and white.
no.
So even if
Well, it's really hard.
but what we're saying is, hey, just communicate, right? And it should be smooth because that's where it starts. You're saying that even if I say, hey, yo, I want to casually date you, and you say, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Right.
It still can't be.
No.
What I said
No.
earlier, you can't help feelings, fam.
Can't help feeling.
No,
It's-
it won't work like that.
It won't work like that.
It does not work like that.
You know, part of the reason why it won't work like that is because us as humans, we know how to identify what a beginning and an end looks like. We don't know what middles look like. That we've never been able to articulate what middles look like. We know the beginning and we know an end, right? Whether the person you're dating wants to be in a relationship or not, in the beginning, they know that's what happens at the end of dating.
Absolutely.
Right? That's that insatiable feeling that they desire. Regardless, just as human beings.
Mm-hmm.
You're around somebody enough, you get to enjoy them enough, you're going to be like, you know what? We've been hanging out like this. Maybe it's a possibility that we can actually move beyond that. And within your own self, you start to move like that. You start to maneuver like that. Male or female, you do begin to maneuver like that. And while you maneuver like that, the other person may not be on that same page.
Nah.
And that's kind of the part of dating that I don't think gets spoken about enough, that dating isn't a concrete relationship. A lot of people like to feel like we're dating, this person is wrong if they do. No, dating just means you're an actual option for me to move forward with my life.
That's it.
Not saying, or we use this example all the time. You're auditioning for this role. I'm auditioning for the role with you as well. It's still up to me for you to accept if you get that role or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but when we talk about casual dating, right? I feel like casual dating is like aimlessly dating. I feel like there is no role to fill, right? I feel like there's no intention. We're just having fun, right? When you start talking about intentional dating,
it removes the word casual from
and when you
the
start talking about
conversation.
intentional dating, then it becomes like, all right, this is both of us are trying to fulfill a role, right? And then it becomes, all right, it gets gray, muddy, right? It gets gray,
It gets muddy.
It gets muddy. So now it's like it's not so black and white, and things don't necessarily, are concrete and just fall by the book. But I think that casual dating, right? It's like you have the option to casually date just as much as I do.
Mm-hmm.
The problem, I think, right, is that men in particular, right, because a lot of times in situations we have that that space to kind of control that situation, right? We aren't as just like, yo, this is what I want to do, and if you don't want to do this, I'm okay with that, right? What happens is we go into those situations and we say, yo, this is what I don't want to do, and if she says I'm not okay with it, then we're like, well, I still want to deal with you anyway.
Yep.
Right? And now they're half in and we're half in, and then things get blurred.
Now we got blurred lines.
Now we got blurred lines.
Yeah.
But I think when you talk about casual dating, it's like casual dating is casual dating. We are trying to, casual dating is like literally like
It's convenient.
it's
It's
convenient.
fun.
So
It's fun.
that means like
Fun.
there's a shell, and different people can come in and out of it. Right? The shell don't change, but the people in it do.
Yep.
But when it's intentional, it's like, all right, the shell's now it's this person.
It's just so when you say intentional dating, that's a one-on-one thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I will say that. I will say that.
What do you mean by that one-on-one?
I will say that.
When I say just how
Yes.
Duke is describing it.
I will say that.
When he's saying there's a shell and people move in and out, but when it's intentional, it's just you. And
Yeah.
now we're pursuing a relationship actively.
Right. Pursuing that, but not in a relationship yet.
Yeah.
But pursuing that. I would even call being in a relationship just exclusively dating.
Those are one and the same.
That's what I said.
Oh, I don't
would-
look at those as one and the same.
That's what I said.
Wow.
I think that's
What do
the
you mean
same.
you don't look at those as one and
I
the
don't
same?
look at exclusively dating and being in a relationship as one and the same.
What do you mean?
When I look at exclusively dating, then
We're going to find out after halftime.
I love it.
We're going to find out after halftime.
I love it.
Yo, what's the deal, y'all? Welcome back to the Nice and Neat Halftime Show. I'm your host, Omar. And y'all know what we like to do here, man. We like to promote the things that we have going on here at the show. So if you haven't already, be sure to tap in with the Create Gold Masterclass by our very own Delon Webster. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's clap it up for Jelon.
Come on, one time
Start
for
his
the one
master
time.
class.
Hello,
Start his master
hello.
class. Yeah, it's centered around learning how to develop your own brick and mortar establishment. You can find it, the link in his bio. I mean, I personally have witnessed this dude develop 2 storefronts. He's also consulting for a few other companies now, so the dude definitely knows what he's talking about. Again, if you want to find that, that's in his bio on Instagram. That's at just.Jelon. You can also find it, the link in our bio at Nice and Neat, the podcast on Instagram. With that said, one of my favorite part of the shows, dude. What's happening? Them the rules. What we got, bro?
All right, so check this out, man. Since we talking about dating and we talking about casual dating and all that jazz, check this out. We got a nice little scenario for y'all, and I need to know what the rules are. So check this out. Y'all ready for this?
Talk to us.
Okay, man. So when you're dealing with the woman casually, right?
Respectfully.
Casually and respectfully, and you both have an understanding that you guys are dealing with each other casually again, right? And not serious. You no longer deal with her in any capacity, right? But
Was it ever serious?
never.
Okay.
It's always been casual.
Always been casual.
Casual by our standards,
Okay.
right? And you no longer deal with her in any capacity. Is it ever okay in any circumstance if one of your friends starts to date her?
Hey, man. Say, man.
Hey, bro.
man.
Hey,
Hold
bro.
on.
Hey, hold up, bro.
Hey, keep in mind, this is a woman that you told and you guys had understanding that, yo, this is strictly casual, right? And you haven't been dealing with her.
That's when you hit the wood.
We been intimate? Hey, you see intimate or not?
Into me, see.
Yo, if you didn't get that, go check our old episodes. But yes. Let's say you have been intimate.
Okay.
What's the rules on that?
Hey, bro. Hey, not that one, bro.
It's like that, straight
I
like
mean,
that.
if we've been intimate, I know to y'all it's been casual.
Hey, because low key, this is an age-old question that a lot of people deal with, right? What's the rules to that?
So I'll just use, when you say friend, I mean like somebody who could potentially be at my wedding
I'm saying someone
when I
that
decide to get married, right?
be in the wedding.
In.
I'm saying someone that operates with the same moral codes and standards as you do.
Bro gonna be up there.
He gonna be in the wedding.
He gonna be at the podium.
Oh yeah. So look, we was messing around, right? Me and this young lady was messing around, and is it okay for one of my friends to talk to her?
After the fact, you don't care about this woman.
I'm gonna tell him how I feel, right? Now, if he wants to move forward with that, I'm not gonna mess up our friendship, but I'm also gonna let him know what it was. So if he want to do that, that's on him. But he's out of pocket though.
He's out of pocket.
He's out of pocket
out of
for
line.
sure. He's out of line. He's out of line.
Why is he out of line?
Bro, if he your friend and
Yeah.
he talk to any shorty you were dealing with,
Don't matter what kind of. Don't matter
Nah.
nothing.
it don't matter.
Uh-uh.
It don't matter, bro.
Uh-uh.
If we friends, if you and I are friends, and you talking to a shorty I was talking to, you out of pocket.
You out of pocket.
Right. So, play devil's advocate, right? You know how men are. We'll be like, yo, I don't even care about her, right? We'll be open with that information. I don't even care about her. Like, it's nothing to me, right? Even in those situations, it's just still wrong.
Let's paint a picture here.
All right,
Let's
do
paint
it.
a picture, right?
So come on.
Right? We're at my wedding,
Uh-huh.
right? Everyone's having a good time. Let's use you for example. This is terrible example, by the way.
Okay, keep
All
going.
right, well, let's use you, okay? You pull up with a shorty. I've been slamming, fam. Like 3 years ago, I used to slam that shorty like on a consistent basis.
On some
Okay.
casual stuff.
On some
some casual
casual,
stuff.
on some casual. some casual. Like every time we left LeJarden, it was
Come through, go
come
home.
through, go home, bust it down.
She obviously daylight.
Nah,
Go every
nah,
day,
and she
like,
good with that, and you good with that,
Right.
And she good with that.
shit.
But a couple years later, y'all end up, getting something serious.
Yeah, y'all friends.
Yeah.
I got the common interest.
But we at my wedding, fam. We at my wedding, toasting the love, life, happily ever after, prosperity, and you sitting there with the girl that I slam.
You dirty.
You think about having a life with her?
You dirty.
You wrong.
You wrong.
You
dead
wrong, bro. You wrong. You at my wedding,
You dirty.
talking about life happily ever after.
Wow.
To me, that's not a picture I want to see.
Yeah.
It's not a picture that I want to see, and it's not a picture that I think that
No one
really wants to be in.
I guess the possibility of anything happening from even that interaction is what is a problem too. Because even if it's
Yes.
nothing, it's just a possibility that something can happen, something can pop up. I could be in another relationship. You're right, for sure.
I don't want to be there. Nah, you out of pocket. You out of pocket, bro.
That's yo.
And as the people would say,
Dim
the rules.
Yo, listeners, viewers, let us know what you think about that. Let us know. Comment right now. Drop in the comments. Let us know how you feel. Are those the rules or nah?
with that said, before we get back into the second half, I just want to shout out the Shade Room for giving us a lot of love a couple weeks ago. We appreciate that. I know that's a huge platform for the culture to tap into and for us to be featured there and really get a spotlight, man. We definitely appreciate that. We've been working really hard here at the Nice and Neat podcast and really trying to develop, a really meaningful, insightful, and I guess tangible show that you could take from. So we're really, really, really grateful for that opportunity to be featured there, and we appreciate y'all. With that said, man, we want to get into the second half the only way we know how, with some positive energy, some positive vibrations, and a smile, of course. Let's get into the second half, man.
See, before I was cut off by halftime.
Oh yeah,
you
had got the little whistle.
Yeah, I got the whistle. We was gonna jump into something real juicy. Real juicy.
Come on.
I got something to break down for you guys. We're
Talk to
talking
us.
about the difference between exclusively dating and someone actually being your girlfriend or boyfriend. Right? There's a difference to me. You two said there's not a difference.
Between exclusively
Dating and someone being your girlfriend or your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to tell you what the difference is, right? For me, I think there's steps to everything. That's just how my mind works. That's how I'm a really black and white thinker. I'm not big on the gray area.
Yeah.
I'm not big on that. So when we say we're dating, right? Casually dating, there's multiple people in and out of that shell that we're talking about that Duke referred to, right? Then when we get to exclusively dating, I still believe that you need a period to focus on this one person now. I don't think you could just maneuver from flowing through this shell to now just, okay, you know what? She's my girlfriend. The exclusively dating is like, okay, now we're going to operate as we're in this space. It's kind of like what a fiance would be to a wife. So when you're exclusively dating, now it's kind of like, okay, it's just now you don't have to worry about me talking to anyone else. You don't have to worry about me sleeping with anyone else. And likewise, now it's verbalized. It's clear. Now you can ask those a little bit more invasive questions, because once you become my girlfriend, I don't need to ask you if you're sleeping with anybody. So the exclusive part allows me those questions now. That's the space that says like, okay, because we're exclusive, it's just a me and you thing, and we're going to focus on me and you and building us to now get to this next relationship, this level of being in a relationship. So now once you're my girlfriend, we're building to get to that next level. It's not I wonder if she's sleeping with anybody, because we were just both dating multiple people, moving through this shell.
No, that's real.
And now we're boyfriend and girlfriend, and now we got to have these conversations. If you're sleeping with anybody still, if you're still talking to anybody, you still need that little time to allow those people who you were talking to get the message. You could tell them, but time is like the allower of all to get a message of, yo, we're we're really not talking no more. It's been 2 months and she ain't hit me. I hit her 3 times and she hasn't replied. Man, let me respect what she got going on.
Yep.
That's what the exclusive part is for me. That exclusive part allows that space before being in a relationship.
I feel like girlfriend, boyfriend is just a title for that. You know, I feel like it is exclusive dating. Everything you described, but it's just a title for exclusive dating, right? I feel like casual dating is you guys figuring out who you guys like about yourselves, and I feel like, okay, then once you figure out, okay, and maybe you're saying the same thing I am, but I just look at it as an intentional dating as opposed to exclusive dating, right? I just feel like girlfriend, boyfriend is dating just with a title. It's just exclusive dating. Yo, you can't deal with nobody else. I can't deal with nobody else. This is that, right? It's kind of like you mentioned fiance. Is there a difference between, like, as far as what it actually is, the difference between fiance and girlfriend? Like your fiance is just your girlfriend that you about to get married to, right?
I mean, some might say that, but nah, there's a difference. There's
You
a
feel me?
difference. There's a difference because there's another level of openness, because that
Okay, that's true.
Somebody could say,
That's
what's
true.
the difference between fiance and wife? It's like, we have bank accounts together.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? I hear what you're saying, so I agree with you, right? But I almost got to side with Duke here because, like, even when you look up the term exclusive, it means, like,
Just you and I.
it's just you and I,
Yeah.
or me and this entity,
Yeah.
company, person, right? So, like, what is the difference between
I
exclusive and a relationship?
but I
It's-
understand what he's saying.
and that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying, but I got to side with you on that.
And I feel like that intentional dating is that space where it's like, all right, I'm giving my time to you. We giving our time to each other, and this is the area that we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
And I'm figuring it out, and I'm learning about you, right? And I'm not necessarily asking the invasive questions, but I'm asking enough questions where it's like, I care to know more.
Yeah.
You know, and then you graduate past that part into exclusive. You graduate from there into like, yo, you're my girlfriend or boyfriend now. But that boyfriend and girlfriend is just like, okay, this is my girlfriend, and we're exclusively dating, right? So it's just the action.
Wait, so do you have to say that?
No.
Right?
Well,
like,
what-
when she's my girlfriend,
Nah, that's
bro,
a given. That's a given.
This is me, fam.
That's a given.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you could be kicking it with a chick, right? And somebody be like, yo, that's your girl? And be like, nah, hey, but we kind of exclusive now at this point, though. It's not my girl, but we exclusive. So now at this point, it's like letting people know, like, okay, I see what they working towards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying, though.
I see what they working towards.
We don't want to confuse anybody. This show is still about casually dating, though. I know we're throwing a lot of exclusive, intentional, casual. We want to confuse
Well, I
y'all.
guess we're trying to define it.
Yeah, we want
We're
to
trying
confuse
to
y'all.
define it.
Yeah.
Define it
So
for the
like,
listeners and
you
the,
know,
and the viewers.
and the reason why we're kind of going into the exclusivity about things like that is because the casual part is a really gray area. Casual dating is extremely gray, and you have to understand that casual dating, if you end up getting, you know what? Matter of fact, in casual dating, you shouldn't get hurt, but it happens.
You shouldn't get hurt, but it happens.
You should not get hurt in casual dating,
yeah, you can't.
but it
You
happens.
can't help them feelings, fam.
And the reason why though is like, you know, like we'll use each one of us, right? You are a prototypical guy of who most women desire, most women want to be with, right? So initially, they may not know that. They may just see an attractive shell and that be that. Then you guys are hanging out, you talking, you spitting free game, because I know value is important to you. So you spitting free game, y'all talking, y'all hanging out. She's seeing the way you maneuver. She's seeing your friends. She's seeing the lifestyle you live. She's seeing you wake up at 6, work out. These are all value props that you offering every single day. Every single day you offering these value props. And you mean to tell her 2 months down the line that she's going to be like, oh, we're just casually dating. Feelings develop in that space.
Mm-hmm.
Real feelings develop in that space. Feelings to say, you know what? I know we're casually dating, but I'm the front runner here. I'm the front runner here for that next step that he is eventually going to take because, like I said, we all desire that one day.
Right. Now, I know we're all three men sitting here talking about casually dating.
Right.
Right. And like why it's appropriate or why it's okay or why we believe in it, why we don't. But I just want to be clear that it's okay for women to casually date too.
Nothing wrong with that.
Like, I just want to, because we're sitting here talking from a man's perspective, right?
Yeah.
But it is okay for women to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And just like men, it's important for women to be upfront and forthcoming with that information as well.
While exercising her options.
While exercising. I love options.
Yeah.
Survey the fields.
Right. You get a little bit of money off of stock options too, rather than just straight up. So, you know.
I personally also feel that women should do that, right? And
Yes.
should like take advantage of
The
you
fields.
know, the freedom, right?
That's a great word.
Right, take advantage of like the space we're in, right, and how much progress we've made. It's like, yo, understand who you want to be, right? Well, first understand who you are, and then understand who's going to fit that, right? But in order to, like, I don't believe that anyone's born to just be this great girlfriend or great boyfriend or raised to be a great husband. Like, you have to find those things out. You know what I mean? You're not just a great partner because you're a woman by default.
Yeah.
Right? You have to find those things out. And you find those things out because you learn from experience from being involved with different people. And you can still be involved with different people and be safe. Right? It doesn't mean you have to be wild, right? But just experience different types of men or experience different types of women to understand, okay, I don't want to be treated like that because I know there's men out here that can treat me like this.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm never gonna put up with that. Right? But you only put up with that because you don't understand what else is available to you or who else is willing to treat you right. You know how many women are out there that do that?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, bro.
I mean, even just like you said, what you're willing to put up with. I know some women who are in situations and they're with the perfect guy for them, but because they've never experienced anything else, they're like, oh, well, this guy, he probably has this, he has this, he has this. Oh, I want a guy that has an abundance of, let's say, talk about money. I want a guy that has abundance, but a lot of women don't know what come with this type of guy.
You got to experience that.
You got to experience
You
that.
got to experience that.
Yeah.
You have to see what certain things look like.
Yeah.
What is a guy that experiences excessive popularity like? What is a guy who experiences excessive success like? What is a guy who experiences, the church guy? What is he like?
Yeah.
What is this guy like? What is this guy who just teaches me about
Facts.
myself?
Yeah.
Right.
How do I embody how do I essentially create the person that I really want? And I think a lot of things get lost in translation a lot of times because the negative connotation to casually dating is having so many experiences that
You're not serious.
you're not serious.
Yeah.
You're
just playing around with people's
You're just
emotions.
playing around
Yeah.
with people's emotions.
I wanna come back to your statement about being safe. And I don't know why. The second you said safe, the first thing I thought about was sex, right?
Yep.
And I just want to be clear that, like, when you're casually dating, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be physically intimate
Right.
with that person.
Right.
You could date this. Like, if I could speak back on one of my personal experiences, I personally dated a woman for 3 months, and we never once got physical. We had a great time. We got to know one another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to lead
Yeah.
to sex at the end of the night.
Facts.
Or whatever the situation is. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You could casually date someone without taking it to that level,
yeah.
and still getting to know someone and finding out what you like and what you don't like.
Exactly.
However, sex is a key component to, like,
A lot of relationships.
a lot.
A lot.
I was being generous.
I was saying I would say all, but that's just
I don't want to be
that-
facetious.
Yeah, that's just but speaking from my seat, shit, all right, shit.
And even in that, I feel like if as a man you approach a woman and you kind of approach her and you get her to like you and you guys are hanging out and it becomes a casual thing, the same exact way you kind of like led her into that situation.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's time for you to get out, it's still your responsibility to lead her out of that situation as well. And us as men, I'm a leader, I'm a this, I'm a that. But like most of us, we try to lead just when it's convenient.
Yeah, I was just talking. Oof.
We lead when it's convenient and it's like, oh yeah, I'm a leader, I'm the man of the. But you also got to be the man when you are in control of somebody's feelings that you created. It's not like she just showed up at your doorstep and said, I'm willing to do whatever for you.
Right.
No, you put in the work to get her to that place. Right. Now, once you find out that she's not someone who you want to spend the rest of your life with, you need to make sure you effectively lead her out of that situation without stringing her along.
Yeah, that's why it's even more so important to be an effective communicator when you're casually dating. You can get away with this shit when you tie down you with the same person, because we basically know what to expect from one another. When you out here dealing with different people, it's important to let each other know where you all stand all the time.
Right.
Otherwise, I could just go into assume, and you could go into assume, and then we end up in a bad, negative, dark place.
You know, and obviously we speak from our experiences. So
obviously,
I've had to learn that the hard way. Definitely, I've had to learn that the hard way. You know,
hard head make a soft ass.
You know,
that's what my daddy told me.
Oh yeah, I used to hear that before. I got whoopings all the time.
Yeah,
but no, I had to learn. I had to learn the leadership aspect in the sense of cutting it off, because a lot of times, you know, convenience, routine, that's something that kind of keeps a relationship lingering a lot of times. It could be somebody that you just like, nah, every time I go to dinner, I take this person. And now this person has these feelings that have developed. After y'all have that conversation about where her feelings at and you're not there, you can't continue to take her out to dinner.
Nah.
You can't,
because you guys don't have what the Migos say. Y'all don't have straightening.
Straightening.
You gotta get straight.
We gotta get straightened. We gotta straighten it first.
You gotta straighten that out.
You gotta straighten it so we can get an understanding.
You gotta restructure that contract. You gotta restructure that contract.
It said before we solved the problem, we gotta straighten it.
We gotta straighten.
That's funny.
We gotta straighten.
That's hella funny. But no, really, a couple of takeaways that we want you to remember from this episode is, like we said before, we are not telling you to casually date, right? Some of you guys are dealing with people that really fill your cups up and are dealing with people that you guys really mesh well and have a ton of chemistry with and are in good situations. And we're not telling you mess that up to just go explore the world, right? But we're just saying that there is silver linings, right? There is something that you can take away that's a good thing from casually dating. And it's not all just bad. It's not all heartbreak, right? The important thing is communication and being honest and being upfront. No, it's not the answer to everything, right? We understand that there is a little bit of gray area and things can get things can still get sticky. But if you are going to take the casually dating route, then just implement honesty. You know, be honest, be upfront, and try to work to get on the same page with the person you're dealing with, right? Because you want to give people the opportunity to say, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Keep it a buck.
Give people the option.
You want to give people the opportunity to say, no, I don't want to do that.
We like options,
right? Because like we like those options too, right? Decisions.
No, that's real.
So give people the opportunity to make those decisions.
I am not a relationship coach, nor am I offering relationship advice. Disclaimer.
I still participate in casual dating.
Lady, holla at my man Jelon. Slide in his DMs, man. Let's get some casual dating going on.
No,
we want to see y'all. We want to see y'all on a tag team date, man.
No, look.
We're starting.
It's still an audition though.
Huh?
Like nobody gets the job just because we go out.
Okay.
That's what casually dating is for.
Now
you auditioning for the job.
See, but you also understand the contract.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I
got some straightening.
You got some straightening.
We're starting a contest for Jelon's presence. We'll be sending out the application soon.
Just to let you guys know, I didn't sign up for this before Duke finishes.
We'll be sending out the application soon via Instagram DMs coming from the Nice and Deep podcast.
You guys just make sure to fill it out. Fill it out with all the correct information.
We need age. We need proper height. We don't need weight.
Fitness goals. Hey, look, fitness goals.
Fitness goals. Occupation.
Credit score.
Okay.
We need your credit score.
Okay. Nah, we're all jokes aside, man. We just playing with y'all, man. Jelon's good.
Yeah.
Jelon's good. Jelon's not struggling in that area whatsoever. Hello. But
y'all might be blocking a blessing. There's a lot of casual.
Okay.
I don't hang around blessing
blockers. Nah, but check this out, man.
Blessing blockers.
Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you guys for the support. Please, if you guys are tuned in with us right now, give us some feedback. Drop some comments. Let us know how you thought about. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Hit us up on Instagram. Share all of it, man. We appreciate your support. Much love, much gratitude. I'm Duke.
I'm Omar.
I'm Jalan, and this was Nice and Neat, and that's that on that.
I'll be the one to take the risk to go and get them bands. I'll be the one to never sit and go and make a plan. Knowing my mother getting old, now I don't got no time. Gotta keep a couple for the road, the rest get left behind. Yeah.